I wasn't doing anything bad. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was staying out the way, taking care of me. So it was more so let me focus on me, because anybody that knows me is always, I've always been that person to focus on everybody else around me. So let me take this time to do something for me. And well, like I say, once I started seeing the results, it was just like, I'm back.
Mhm. And the confidence just shot right. Now, I already know what you're thinking. Where can I get the merch? I'm glad you asked. You can find it at toostubborntofail.com. That's toostubborntofail.com. All right, now let's get back to the show. Welcome back to the Too Stubborn to Fail podcast. I'm your host, Darren Perkins, and today we got a real special guest. She helping people lose weight all over the city. The CEO and owner of Dare to Be Fit, Chelsea Davis.
Hey,
How you feeling today?
all right, all right.
So, Dare to Be Fit, where did that come
You know, losing weight is a challenge within itself. So when you put dare on it, it kind of, kind of draws some attention to the people like, oh, she challenging us.
from?
So I challenge most of the people around here, like, to get in shape, to better their health, start something new with yourself. Because not only losing, when you lose weight, it helps you with your health, but it helps you mentally too. It's a state where it gives you a chance to, like, take time to yourself, get a breather. You may be somebody who's always on go, somebody who's always taking care of people. You never have time to yourself. So you actually use it as time to yourself to work on you. So I just dare everybody.
That's dope. That's dope. So, when did that process start for you?
So I started working out here back the first of the year in January. Really just doing something. I had a friend girl who she wanted to join the gym. So being that friend, it was more so like, okay, I'll do it with you. Not in a million years wanting to lose weight. I was comfortable. It was whatever. But being a friend, let's go do it together. Um, so we took that journey, and then I ended up having to go to the doctor one day, and he told me that I was a borderline diabetic. He gave me two options. It was either lose weight or take shots. And I was like, you know what? I can't take no shots. I ain't responsible. I'm too young. I can't do it. So the more I kept going to the gym, it was just like, dang, I really like this. It's something that I can dig. I done tried a lot of stuff, but for me to say that I love doing this, like, it's got to be something there for me. And then once you start seeing results, the results are everything. The results will make you get up in the morning and want to go to the gym 3 or 4 times a day, all because you can do it. So,
I know for me personally, I started consistently going to the gym in the pandemic because everybody had time at that point.
yeah,
Um, but like you said, the results is what kept me going back to the gym.
it
I
will
love the
do
way
it.
I felt. It gives you a certain confidence when you see the weight coming off.
Hmm.
Your clothes fit better.
Hmm.
Then at one point they don't fit at all, which is a great problem to have.
Right, right, right.
Personally, for me, when I got to the point where my lowest point of being around 280, 285, something like that, I told myself I was not going to buy any more clothes. So those clothes were going to fit me tight. And the only way to stop that was to lose the weight.
Right,
Because
right,
I
right.
refused to get caught up in buying bigger clothes.
Hmm.
And that's how
Every
you end up
time.
being even bigger than I was. So that started it for me, just making myself go through that uncomfortable period.
Yeah.
Um, could you kind of explain kind of that what that point was for you?
Well, it was more so of, for one, I was paying for it. And it was not cheap whatsoever. So it's like, you know, you done paid this money. You ain't got no choice but to go at this point. Like, let's go. Get up. Let's go. And then too, it kept me as to where like I was always doing something.
Right.
And it was like I wasn't doing anything bad. I wasn't doing anything wrong. I was staying out the way, taking care of me. So it was more so let me focus on me, because anybody that knows me is always I've always been that person to focus on everybody else around me. So let me take this time to do something for me. And well, like I say, once I started seeing the results, it was just like I'm back.
Mm. And the confidence just shot right back up.
Yeah, like they never left.
Yeah.
And it does something to you too when you see people from high school or people that knew you when you was yay high, and they're like, dang, you did it.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I have to ask some people, like, what you mean?
Mm-hmm.
What you thought I couldn't do
Yeah.
it? Or like, what was it? And no, it's never that. Like, some adults that done seen me grow up, they would just like never seen you to be that person
Mm-hmm.
to just get up and go to a gym. It's all about self care, self
Mm-hmm.
love. If you don't love yourself or you don't take care of yourself, nobody else can.
That's true. I know for me, when I saw that I lost, because I ended up losing over 50 pounds, not done yet, but when I lost that amount of weight, it's like, if I can do that, I can do anything.
And that's how I am. Right as of right now, I've lost 52
Mm-hmm.
pounds. And it's just like I didn't work too hard to get here. Ain't no way I'm about to put it back on and
Mm-hmm.
have to do this all over again.
Yeah.
So let me get up at 6 o'clock in the morning before I take my daughter to school and go hit this gym for at least a good 30 minutes.
Right.
Then I come here and I work these people out. Sometimes I may jump in with them. That's another 30 minutes. And then before I go to bed, if I'm off work, I'm gonna go to the gym for another hour.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's all about consistency,
Right. And,
basically.
and now it's become a lifestyle
Now it's a lifestyle.
for you. Uh huh. I switched sides on you. Why you ain't go to the site yet? TooStubbornToFail.com. That's TooStubbornToFail.com. Go check it out. What's the end goal with Dare to Be Fit? Like, what are some of the things that you would like to get accomplished
Number one, my main goal is always to get these people to see
with?
results, and it's happening. I have a lot of them that are very consistent with it because they see the same thing that I see.
Right.
Once a person sees results, it's like you can't stop them. They're untouchable at that point. And that's what I love about this so much. It's like you see them come in the door. Some make it, some don't. But only the strong survive. And I have to pat them on the back. And it's not only about working out when you come in here with me. I work out with a whole bunch of ladies. So we practice sisterhood. We have conversations about things that maybe they can't even go to the outside world and talk about, or they can't even lay down with their mate and talk about. Like, it's just women sharing advice at the same time. But um here to come, I must say, I do see it going far. And that may sound like, well, dang, she got a whole lot of confidence in herself. But if I don't, then who is? So, I mean, it's always a lot of room to grow. It really is a lot of room to grow. So, I give it another year or so here. I do plan on expanding my building. I do plan on, getting more equipment as to where it may turn into a 24-hour thing and I just pop in when I have classes.
That would be dope.
Yeah, like it's gotta turn into something big
Mm-hmm.
because the determination is real with me right now, and I've never been so determined in my life to do something and feel so passionate about it.
And that's really all you need is the belief.
Yeah,
Once you believe in something, then that's the first step.
right, right.
So we have, the brand building that is been gaining traction, but it's not something that we can do by ourselves.
No,
So what type of collaboration have you been experiencing with the
um,
business?
I have people who reach out to me, and I have people that I reach out to. Never did I expect people to reach out to me unless they just wanted to work out.
Right.
But to work with me, I feel like it's an honor. Like, I appreciate it. You can always use an extra helping hand here and there. So I've had people, like one girl, her name is Paris Henry. She's reached out to me, and it's kind of funny because versus I went to somebody to get started, she didn't go to anybody. She did all this on her own, and she looks amazing. So it's a lot of things that she can teach me, and it's a lot of things that I can teach her. So working with her is like I feel like I found my twin
Yeah.
because she's so dedicated to it too. This is somebody, she goes to the gym at least 2 or 3 times a day herself. Like, she knows all the health tips, what to eat, what not to eat, all the diets there is. Like, she's very knowledgeable on that end of it as to where we share what we know with each other. So, I mean, it's cool. I have a lot of guys that reach out to who wants to, come and do boot camp with the women, which is cool with me.
Right.
I mean, guys can give you maybe a little more intense than I can, so you feel the burn more than what I make you
Right.
feel. So it's a lot of people out there that's willing to help, and it's a lot of people that I'm willing to let come on board. I'm not gonna be stingy with this by far because, like I say, and like I said earlier, it can go big.
Right.
And in order for anything to go big, you got to have the support. You got to have that army behind you.
And then I know I'm also big on encouraging people myself, online and in person. As an entrepreneur, I know sometimes there are times where it's not all good,
Mm-mm.
and all that you have to look forward to is starting over fresh the next day.
And see, it's crazy that you say that though, because there's been plenty of days where I wake up and like, am I doing the right thing? Is this really
Right.
it? And I have to stop and be like, why are you questioning yourself? Every business comes with a downfall at
Right.
some point. And you got to think about it. Now it's cold, it's the holidays. No, I'm not going to get that traffic. But you got to look on the bright side too. You got to always weigh it out. You got to look on the bright side. January is around the corner. Everybody makes that one New Year's resolution. Right. So that's my motivation. Like, don't stop.
Right.
Don't stop. I don't care if I get down to 2 clients. I'm making a difference with them too. So the lights got to stay
Always
on.
document their progress.
Right, right. Like, I promote my girls all the time. I don't care if they ain't then lost nothing on the scale, but we done lost it with the tape measure. I'm gonna promote it. Like, they can be done lost 2 pounds. I'm gonna shout it out because that just makes them like feel like, dang, it's working.
Right.
She noticed. Everybody else is noticing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm getting all this feedback off my likes, off my comments. So it's all about how you put it out there.
I know I'm heavy with the support online. I always like to. I'm one of the ones in the comments. I'm liking it, I'm
Right, right. And
sharing
I
it. I hop in
appreciate
the
it.
DMs because I know how that feels.
Yeah.
And sometimes you just need that one word to keep you going.
Right.
And like you said, with you already know that it's going to be a slow season, so
Mm-hmm.
you just focus on what you have, and everybody goes to the gym
Right.
in January.
Everybody. Some survive, some don't, but everybody gonna try it.
Yeah. So it's kudos to you for keeping that type of vision.
Yeah.
So I know when we have these kind of conversations, like I'm all about talking about bettering myself and being around people that can add value to my life and my
Mm-hmm.
brand. Can you speak toward maybe some of the people that you may have had to not necessarily cut off, but basically position yourself around to kind of elevate your brand?
Um, I not
Not really.
really. Not really. Not really. Um, I don't expect everybody to be for me.
Right.
I don't. I've never in life expected everybody to be for me. I feel like when you expect everybody to be for you, that's when you're gonna fail yourself. You cannot put high expectations on other people. You can only put high expectations on yourself because you have self control over yourself. You don't have control over other people. So I really don't even worry too much about, hey, is this person gonna ride with me? Is this person gonna be behind me or be there every step of the way? Um, Now, granted, the ones that have, I greatly appreciate it and they know who they are, and I will love them to the day I die because it's a lot of people who encouraged me to do this because I honestly, I would go to the gym every day and they're like, Chelsea, why you just won't do this yourself? Like, you got it. I know you got it. Look at you. You got it. Granted, yeah, it is somebody telling you what to do, but at the same time, you come home and you do it. You doing stuff outside of going up there. So why not just do it yourself? So, I was thinking about it and I was like, you know what? Yeah, you might be right. So that's why when I first started, I gave away like a lot of free classes. It was a lot of people that I did not charge. It was just, I need y'all as much as y'all need me. Right. So let's work together. Like, let's build something. So those people who started with me from the house to here, I appreciate them. And then you got outsiders that have not worked out with me, but at the same time, they keep me on my toes. So I appreciate all of that. But like I say, I've never been that one to put expectations on anybody. I've always been raised to, you get it out the mud. You do it yourself if it really needs to be done. And if anybody see fit to help, then they'll fall in line.
And I guess the main thing is that you enjoy the process.
Yeah,
No matter
yeah.
what. Because you already know going into it that it's not going to be easy.
No.
But it is going to be worth it.
Yeah. And it's well worth it in the end. Don't get me wrong. Because, like I say, it's workout is not just all about health. It's about your mental state of mind too. It helps your mental state of mind. Some people may be going through a depression. It's something like it's always something that you never know that a person might be going through and they don't want to talk about it. Well, when you come here and you pump this iron, that's a way to get it off your chest. Like, you let it go. You let all the demons just fly out of you. And you just like, whatever. And that's me now. Like, a lot of things that hurt me in the past. I done been through a lot of stuff. But now it's just like, whatever. I feel like since I done started working out, it's like a whole new second chance at life. So I just take it day by day.
So how did your family respond when they saw you take it serious enough to drop the weight, but then to turn it into a business?
That's funny. Growing up, my grandma used to always say, "You way too pretty to be that big. Like, you way too pretty to be that big. You need to lose some weight, Chelsea. You need to lose some weight." So when I first started going to the gym, I told nobody. Just me and my friend girl. That's the only two. Like, it was just me and her. I didn't tell my mama, my grandma, no nobody. One day, it was probably like 2 or 3 months later, I posted my first picture on Facebook as to where they could see it because I hid it from them. I wouldn't even go around my mama, nothing. So I posted my first picture on Facebook. It was probably like an hour later, phone ringing. I'm like, it was my Uncle Phil. I'm like, what he want? He don't normally call me. Something must be wrong. I said, hello. He was like, oh my God. I was like, what's wrong with you? He was like, ain't no way you did that. I said, did what? He was like, Chelsea, you look good. I was like, well, thank you. He's like, what you up there taking? I was like, nah, it's all me. He was like, that's what's up. Because now, probably like when I was in high school, my Uncle Phil took a weight loss. He started a weight loss journey too. But back then, that was when the Atkins diet was real big. And he seen results immediately. But he got so caught up in a world of his own where he put it right back on too. And I used to always be like, dang, he wasted all that time for nothing. Like, why you do that? So when I started this, I knew what not to do. Like, I knew what not to do. I knew I can't go down my mama's every Sunday because my grandma gonna cook like out of this world, like it's Thanksgiving every
And
day.
here's the funny thing. On one hand, our families are going to, like you said, cook all this good food for us. But if you eat all of it, they gonna talk about you like a dog.
Yeah,
They gonna talk
you
about
gonna get talked about.
they gonna be the main ones calling you big, fat, whatever.
Yeah,
And then when you go through this tremendous weight loss journey,
they still gonna talk about you because now it's I can't feed you. I don't know what you eat. You just need to start bringing your own food. And I'm just like, you know what? I wait till I get home. It's okay. It's okay. I go through this every Sunday. I'm off on Sundays, so I try to make it to my mama's on Sundays to spend time with her, my grandma. And I go through this all the time. My grandma be like, well, you didn't call and tell me you was coming. I would have cooked something for you. I'm like, Grandma, it's cool. It's okay. Well, I know how you is. It's okay. I promise. It's okay. But they will to motivate you to keep doing what you're doing. For a long time, we didn't tell nobody, but my grandma, my great grandma, she was a diabetic. She suffered with being a diabetic for a long time. Then she ended up dying, passing away over lung cancer. Never smoked a day in her life. Then a couple years ago, um, my mama, she actually got diagnosed with breast cancer. And everybody know how I am about my mama. So it was more so like, dang, what did they do to have to go through all this? And even though my mama beat it, praise God, it still made me have another outlook on life because like she's a mama, I'm a mama. So death don't have no age on it nowadays in time. And I just felt like it's time to make a difference somewhere. If I want to live and hopefully, see my baby grow as to where she walk across the stage, I got to do something different. I got to take a different route than they took. And neither one never worked out. So let me go work out. Let me see what this going to do for me. And I must say, like, it's done a lot because I get up in the morning times, I can breathe now. As to where I used to couldn't breathe. It hurt to bend over to tie my shoe, for God's sake. Or I'm rolling out the bed instead of standing up straight out the bed. Like, it was bad. It was real bad. But now I'm way more energetic. Like, it's unreal sometimes. I scare myself. Yeah.
Like you said, it's crazy when you start to work out how much better you feel with the small things. It's not necessarily that you can fit in better clothes, but the being able to breathe and tie your shoe comfortably,
Right.
Like that. The little stuff that we take for granted until we can't do it.
Right. Like it used to be rough when I first had my daughter, trying to go to the park or trying to run after her and stuff like that. I'm not gonna lie, it was. And then as she got older and now that she's into being an athlete, it's like I gotta do something with myself because I gotta be able to run behind you. Like we always on go. We're always on go. And it's like if I don't work on me and get my health better, I'm gonna forever be lazy. I'm not gonna want to do nothing. It's just I gotta get up. I gotta get motivated. You motivated as a little girl, so let me get motivated too. So she played a big part in it too, and she would always when I first started working out, can I go with you? Can I go with you? At first, I was like, no, it ain't no kids up there, da 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 da. So one day I just took her, just to be taken or whatever. And my girl actually started working out with me. So when all this whole Dare to Be Fit came about, I had asked her, I was like, Sania, what you think about me starting my own workout? Mama, that's cool. But can I be a trainer too? I said, what you gonna do? She said, Mama, it's kids my age out there that need to lose weight too. She said, because they be breathing hard and that ain't good. So I put some thought into it. I didn't want to take away from her being a child,
Right.
but for her to come to me with it, it was more so like, don't deprive her of it. She can make a difference in somebody's life. So I let her go for it, and clientele good on her end too. So we winning. Everybody winning.
It's funny how things work out when you make the decision to move forward. It's like God and the universe just aligns everything
Mm-hmm.
in your path. It just makes things so much easier. So, how I like to, I guess, wrap up the interview is with the two stubborn feel moment. A moment where you felt as though, against all odds, you were able to accomplish that goal and still make it happen, even when you felt like ain't no way it's gonna happen. You still did. What was that moment for you?
Um, I'm coming out of my house with this. Coming out of my house with this. Um, you know, I had to view every angle of this thing because a lot of people think opening up a business is just bam. That's all you gotta do. Find a spot, I'm open.
Right.
No, it don't work like that. It don't work like that at all. So, I had to weigh out, am I gonna be able to train these people around their schedule versus my schedule, because I still got a 9 to 5 too. Is it going to interfere with my home life, as to where I got to pay to be here, I got to pay for the lights to run here, and I got to do it at home. You got to weigh all that out, and I had to, but I was so determined as to where I may have looked at about 5 or 6 buildings, and a girl that was working out with me, she came to me one day. She was like, we was just talking while she was working out, and she was like, I think I found you a spot. She was like, it ain't nothing major. She was like, but it's pretty cool. So I was like, it's worth a try. Let me go see what it's like. So she gave me the latest number or whatever, and I had reached out to her. She let me come see it. And it's like, when I walked in here, it was like, I gotta have it.
It felt right.
It felt right, even though it's not big. I'm not in the open. I'm not in the front where there's glass or nothing like that. It felt right for the moment as a first, just starting out person. And we had a conversation. She was telling me, how much all this and this was gonna be or whatever. So, as any adult would do, go home, sit down, you map all this out. Is it gonna work? And for a minute, I kept second guessing myself, like, do I really want to do this versus I'm at home and I ain't dishing out nothing, you know what I'm saying? But in order to make it somewhere, you got to invest in yourself. And that's one of the hardest things I had to understand and overcome, my fear of investing in myself.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like, you know what, take a leap on faith. Let's go for it at this point, because Chelsea, you already locked in. You don't see yourself like finding no other hobby at this point. You done gave up t-shirts, you done gave up sewing, you don't want to do none of that no more. It's all about the gym. Like, people call you asking you, hey, can you make me a t-shirt? You like, I don't do that no more.
Right.
I can send you to somebody, but I don't do that no more. That's how I knew then, when I gave all that up, that this was destined for me.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, I can't give up now. Like, no matter what the circumstances may be, I gotta keep pushing. And not only for me, but it's like it's for my baby too. Because to see her be so passionate about it too, one day this gotta be yours. Like, this gotta go on. So if you decide to move out of state or anything like that, we branding there too. We taking it everywhere. So, and that goes back to, like you saying, like, getting people on my team. That's why I adore the people that I do have. Like the people that I'm collaborating with. Like right now I'm collaborating with my cousin who does a puff and paint. So we're working on having a twerk and paint. You know, girls love to come and twerk or whatever the case may be. And a lot of people don't understand dancing is a part of working out. Like them knees get tired, them knees gonna hurt. So what better way to enjoy yourself and get a little fitness in at the same time? So, like I say, I keep those people on my team and they see the potential in me, what makes it so much easier.
That's dope. So I, for one, would like to tell you that I'm proud of you, all your
Thank you.
progress.
Thank you.
I'm going to continue to root for you. And we got some stuff in the works where we're going to collaborate in the future.
Of
I'm excited
course.
about that as
Of
well.
course. Of course. Y'all stay tuned, by the way. It's finna be big.
Yep. So this has been a really great episode. I really thank you for doing this.
You're welcome.
Can't wait to get everything together. This has been another episode of Too Stubborn to Fail podcast. We have the owner of There to Be Fit, Chelsea Davis. Y'all have a good one.